Today I'm speaking with Ralf Scheepers, vocalist of German power metal band Primal. I recently reviewed the band's new album from Frontiers Music called Rulebreaker. Thanks for taking the time to talk with We Love Metal today.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Hey, this is album number 11 for Primal. And that's an album better than every 2 years, quicker than every 2 years. How have you been able to be so prolific over the past 2 decades or so?
Well, first of all,
that's a lot of music.
Yeah, first of all, thank you, and I agree. Yes, I think we're climbing up the ladder still, and yes, I'm really pleased and happy about it. How good the outcome from Rulebreaker is now, and also the so far reaction of the press and the fans of the 5 snippets we released already. We've been releasing The End Is Near, In Metal We Trust, Bullets and Tears, Rulebreaker,
right,
and yesterday Angels of Mercy. And the reaction is just fabulous and amazing, and we're really happy about that. We are in a good advantage to have 5 writing members now with three guitars in studio, and we take this as a great advantage to put good stuff together and pick from 20 to 25 songs this time for our album, and that's a great thing, you know.
You could have done a double album.
Absolutely. So we have a lot of stuff, which is also good material left. We will see what we'll do with that.
Okay, maybe an album next year.
Yeah.
You guys have not only put out a lot of music, but it's been consistent in quality. Why do you think that is? Just the makeup of the band? Well,
we're really very experienced nowadays. We've also been doing this many years, so everybody has learned a lot. Not only playing live together, we somehow grew together as a great team, personal and also musical wise. And of course, everybody is learning his stuff at home, how to record stuff and how to release stuff and so forth. Because, for instance, since I've been recording my vocals, I won't let anything out which I'm not 100% satisfied with. And this is basically how everybody is now recording his stuff at home, without saying that we don't meet up or team up anymore to play live and also rehearse this stuff. But of course, you record the drums in a big room, like we did also for Rulebreaker. We recorded the album drum-wise in Denmark in the Jacob Hansen studio, and so everybody's got his effort on this record. Even if he didn't compose the song, he put his personal blood and sweat into it. So that's always what I say. He's got also copyright on the songs because he put his personal note, and that's what also pretty much counts for me.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of Rulebreaker specifically, what is it that makes it a special album to you?
For me, it's a special album because we have this long epic track on it. This is lasting 11 minutes, 46 seconds.
You're stealing my next question already, so go ahead.
I'm sorry, but it's a special album because it's just, for me, it's one step more to Delivering the Black, and then that's the good thing. I was really wondering how we somehow should top Delivering the Black, and now we did, since I've heard the first demos tracks, which sent in by Matt and Magnus, where I had my ideas then later on as well. I was convinced that this is going to be the next step, and it's just amazing. I'm really happy about the fact to work with great guys, with great composers like Matt, Magnus, Alex, Tom. It's just amazing, you know.
Yeah. So you mentioned We Walk Without Fear quickly. What was the inspiration for doing that kind of big epic track like that?
Sometimes it just comes like it comes, you know. And that's what happened to Matt and Magnus. They were sitting together composing this song, and they really are, like I said before, a great team of writing songs. And in the end, this came just to mind that might have a little bit of more instrumental parts going on in the track, which is almost just an instrumental because there's not very much vocals going on, but what's going on vocal-wise is really fitting absolutely to the track. And the great thing is you can just sit back and really enjoy every single second of this track. really listened to it many, many times. I'm really happy again when I hear it again.
Yeah, even for an 11-minute track, it goes by pretty quickly. It doesn't.
It's never boring.
Sometimes longer songs will tend to drag down, and when's it going to be over? But I haven't found that with that one. Besides that song, what song are you most proud of on the album?
I think it's hard to pick a favorite, but I like The End Is Near. I like In Metal We Trust because it's really, and also Angels of Mercy. I like that kind of heavy metal. I'm still a fan of that kind of stuff. So that's really my favorites. Sure.
Angels is definitely the right way to start an album in my mind. So it will get the fans going.
Yes, so too.
I want to go back into your personal history maybe a little. How did you get into singing at all, and singing heavy metal specifically?
Well, that's a long time ago. I started to sing to the radio music where my mother played radio, the German radio music here, and I was singing harmonies and melodies to it when I really found out early that this might sound in tune what I'm doing. So I just kept singing, and also in school when there was we have a music teacher, and we had this music going on, and I was always singing to his acoustic guitar. So I got good notes from that, and so the first band in school have started when I was 15, and then I've started to play the guitar as well, but that didn't go together so good, so I was just concentrating on my singing in the end. Yeah, so I started early, and then I listened to the Iron Maiden stuff back then, and also to Saxon, Judas Priest, of course. It totally blew me away when I heard Unleashed in These for the first time, and that was a major impact for me. So I grew up on this.
Oh wow, very cool. Actually, Unleashed was probably my introduction to Judas Priest as well, and it's nice to get a shout out for Saxon too. So
absolutely,
they've been plugging away for a long time. Let me ask, what do you like to do outside of music for hobby or interest?
It's pretty hard. Well, my schedule is really packed. So when I have a little bit of spare time, of course, I'm hitting the gym to keep fit. And I also spending a lot of quality time with my boy, because I have him 50%. I share with my ex-wife. So when he's here, we have some soccer tournaments, table soccer tournaments. And this is just great, having quality time with my boy, and of course try to do sport as much as I can. But there's not so much time left anymore, when you're touring.
Oh, sure.
I'm not doing workouts on tour, because I need all my energy I need for the stage at night. So there's not much time left for sports. But when I'm coming home, I'm following it a lot.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Speaking of playing live, I always like to ask which one of your most memorable live music experiences?
Absolutely. This is actually when you play live big shows like, for instance, Wacken and stuff, where 100,000 people attend. Last year it was the Monsters of Rock in São Paulo in Brazil. It was just amazing. And also in Barcelona we did the Rock Fest. Those things really keep in mind. They really stuck in your blood. The adrenaline is just amazing. What is going on at that time? It's just amazing what your body does to yourself. It's a big drug when you go out there. Being a little bit nervous, focused, and the adrenaline is just amazing. Mm-hmm. And that's what really keeps in mind.
Yeah, just to see those thousands of fists in the air and head banging along with your music has got to be quite an experience.
It is.
Okay. You've worked with a lot of different artists over the years. Sometimes as a guest singer, things like that. Who's one of the most underrated guys you've worked with?
That's a hard question. I mean, the most We are all underrated. No.
Well, yeah, yes.
I can't really answer this because there's a lot of great musicians out there, and guitar-wise, because if they want me as a vocalist, I can't speak of vocalists being underrated, but guitar-wise, there's so many great talents out there, and yes, I've been doing several stuff here and there with. For instance, with Andrew Such, the Black Velvet thing I did last year that was pretty amazing for me. It was a great experience as well. So, but I won't call it underrated. You know, everybody has his spot in the business, and everybody who's delivering quality will have his reward in the end. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it's heavy metal is certainly become a almost glutted with too much music. That there can never be too much, but there's a lot out there. So sometimes people who truly deserve to be recognized aren't. So
that's true. It's true, but nothing comes to my mind at the moment.
Yeah.
But, I know. I absolutely hear you. I hear your point.
Yep.
But at the moment, I can't tell you anybody. So it will come maybe tomorrow again. So.
Maybe we'll just say Primal Fear is underrated. So,
so you say this, okay? Thank you.
Yes, certainly deserve more attention. So, how do your touring prospects look like for Rulebreaker? More big festivals in Europe? You going to hit North America?
It's going to be a huge tour this year. We start with Europe. Mm-hmm. February 5th, my birthday, we start in Barcelona in Spain. And then we head all over via France, Germany, Switzerland, Czech Republic, Hungary, Austria, Poland, Belgium. And then we are back February 28th, having a little bit of a break for me because the guys are hopping on the Rock Mix Classic tour then. Mm-hmm. And then we are starting the North American tour in Hartford in April the 26th, and we will head all over the states: New York, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Detroit, Chicago, Minneapolis, Lawrence, Denver, Seattle, Vancouver, San Francisco, L.A., Las Vegas. The first time, I'm really looking forward to be the first time in Vegas. San Diego, Phoenix, Dallas, Houston, Orlando, Tampa, Atlanta, Baltimore, Albany,
wow.
Philadelphia, Rochester, and so forth. We're also going to be in Montreal, Quebec, Toronto in Canada.
Oh, sure.
So this is great. So we're really looking forward to that. Then we're heading home to wash our laundries to get it dry and put it back into the suitcase, fly to Japan, doing Tokyo, Nagoya, and Osaka.
Oh, nice.
And then at the moment there are negotiations that we might hit Australia for the very first time.
Okay.
Which we're really looking forward to. But it's not confirmed yet. And the same thing with I don't know how many times we've been in South America, but there's also negotiations to go back there. So it's going to be a huge, big touring year. And also festivals are in plannings. Mm-hmm. So watch out. You can check it out on our homepage, www.primalfear.de.
All right.
You check out the tour section and you're well informed there.
Okay. Well, I will definitely do that, and I look forward to seeing you guys in Chicago. So,
cool.
All right, Ralf, my final question for you. Our website is called We Love Metal. Why do you love metal?
Because I grew up in the 80s. I'm an 80s child. I'm an 80s, I was a teen in the 80s, coming from Sweet, those bands like the glam rock scene, Sweet, mm-hmm. And Nazareth and so forth, coming then to the heavy metal sector of, like I said before, started also a little bit with Scorpions already, which was a little more the rock music side, but then we had Accept from Germany, we had Saxon from England, we had Judas Priest, Black Sabbath, and so forth. So this time really, that's why I love heavy metal.
Okay, great. Well, hey, thanks for taking the time. Anybody out there listening, be sure to check out Rulebreaker. It comes out in the next week or so. And thanks again, Ralf.
Cool. Thank you too. So have a wonderful time and see you then in Chicago, right?
All right.